for the extra point try is good. And I'll now explain what happened to me here. My car broke down in Halifax, and I got here a little late. The game is there were 2 minutes and 27 seconds into the ball game. 3 minutes and 27 seconds into the ball game. Adam Arts went in from about 20 some yards out for the first touchdown of the night, and Eric Truby just saw, I hope, go in for the extra point. So the Trojans on the board early here. It's 7-0 UD. Playing up here at East Juniata on a muggy kind of a night. It's through showers threatening, although it's not raining right at the moment. And fortunately, I had Brian Kerwin's family pick Ray and myself up and brought us up here, but just a little bit late. Not too badly, but the Trojans, with a good drive to open up the ball game, took the ball at their own about their own 35-yard line, and in about half a dozen plays or so, they engineered the first touchdown of the night. So bodes well here for the young Trojans under the care of quarterback Jeffrey Faust, who I think I may have been calling John Faust in the last game or so, but we'll get these guys straight as we go along, I'm sure about that. At any rate, here's the kickoff coming now as Ronnie Minnick has it teed up for UD. And the kick, a low kick taken out here. It goes right through the arms of the would-be ball handler, picked up here by 24. He starts it down this left side. He's got some good blocking out here, and he might go all the way. He's going to have a couple of hot pursuers out here in number 22, Drew Peterson, knocking him out of bounds out here, but not until he got down to about the 36-yard line. Excellent run back by Hughes all the way to the Trojan 36. So it'll be 1st and 10 for the Tigers. Spot the ball on the UD 37-yard line, 1st and 10 Tigers. Handoff is to that number 20-something, and he is running too hard out there, and a good stop by number 42, Cassidy, along with, let's see, 28, Zielinski, and number 41 will pick up here in just one moment. Okay. Gain of 2 on a play. Here's the quarterback, go back to pass. Dumps one over the middle. It is incomplete, and interference flag is dropped out here as young receiver was smothered by the Trojans that time, and that will draw an interference call on the play. And that probably would give the Tigers a first down. It is called against the Trojans, of course. We'll see where the ball is spotted. The penalty puts the ball on the 20-yard line now, so it's 1st and 10 Tigers on the UD 20. To be one of those games. Uh-oh, hold everything as we have a man jumping off sides here for the Trojans, and that'll make it a 1st and 5 from the 15. Kevin Wirtz jumping the gun that time a little bit for UD. So it'll be 1st and 5 now for the Tigers.
Brings up 1st down and 5 on the Trojans' 14-yard line.
So 1st and 5 now. Handoff this time is a 42, and he skips down on there to about the 11 or 12-yard line. Adam Hubbard carrying the ball that time for the Tigers. Picks up about 3. It'll be 2nd down and 2. Okay, we've got a 2nd down and 2 from about the 12. 42 has it right over that right tackle spot. He's got some good yardage down to about the 6 or 7-yard line, where it'll be a 1st and goal now for the Tigers. Okay, 1st and 10 from about, or 1st and goal from about the 5. Trojan defense is going to have to really dig in here now. 42 has it again, gets it all the way down close to the goal line. No indication, didn't get over there yet. Be 2nd and goal, but looks like the ball is about at the
number 42, Adam Hubbard on the carry.
2nd and goal from about the 3, looks like from here. And that 42 has it again, but he's not going to get in this time as he's tripped up pretty nicely in there. Ronnie Minnick might have got a hand on him, but he run in the area of number 76, the Trojans out there. And he come up to make a good stop
Adam
on him.
Hubbard on the carry, no gain on
that play. It'll be 3rd and about 3. 76 over there, that Toby Wetzel. Dobie coming up with a good stop that time on a good goal line stand here. The Trojans need this. Quarterback has it. It's got to dump one over there. It is incomplete and a flag thrown in the end zone. Another interference call going to be made out here. Looks like Gary Troop probably would be the one flagged.
40,
and
flag on the play.
That's going to make things even more interesting now as they'll take the ball to about the 1.5-yard line.
Pass interference called against the Trojans.
It'll be a first and goal from about the 1.5. So the Trojans digging themselves a hole. They have a 7-0 lead, so they're going to really, really have to dig in now. Tigers are about 1.5 feet away now on a first and goal. If 42 doesn't get it this time, nope, it's going to be 22. He stopped short of the first down. Good gang tackling in there by any number of Trojans. Again, let's see, Denny Savage that time on the bottom of the pile for
number 22,
UD.
Kevin Dressler on the carry.
Might have lost half a yard
No
on that
gain
play.
on
It'll
the
make
play.
it second down and about 1 now. Okay, now we're looking at a 2nd and 1. Pitch back over this way to 22. He's going to try to turn that right side. Did he get in? He did. Touchdown for the Tigers. Well, we've got a 7-6 ball game now as the Tigers will attempt the extra point. Well, it looks like maybe it could be a nip and tuck ball game here. It's not raining, as I said. The field is certainly damp from the rain we've had all day. But so far, both teams grinding one out here. 7-6 UD, and the Tigers looking to tie up this ball game. Well, they're going to go for 2 and see if they can take a lead here. And he's going to run it in for the extra point. And so it is now an 8-8 ball game. I think I might have said 7-6. Of course, it was 8-6, so we're tied. 8-8. Adam Hubbard taking the ball in for the extra point. And we'll be back with the Tiger kickoff in just 1 second. Getting set for the kickoff now by the Tigers following their touchdown. Troop is back with Kerwin to receive the kick for UD. Troop will be the near man on the field. And Jim Kerwin on the far side of the field. So Trojans looked as though they might have been holding the Tigers there, but a couple of key penalties kind of messed it up. Here's a ball taken out here by number 32, Adam Arts, and Adam drives it ahead here, now still on his feet, out across the 45 to the 48-yard line. So excellent field position to begin the ball game now as Adam, who was very instrumental in the first drive, which I saw but didn't get a chance to tape because we were just arriving, ran that ball back pretty nicely to the 48. The 1st and 10, UD. Jeff Faust at the quarterback spot. The Troop in the backfield along with Arts and Ron Minnick in the slot on the left side of the field. 1st and 10. Handoff this time is to Adam Arts, and Adam dives ahead, or to Troop rather.
Number 21 here,
Troop ahead to the 47-yard line. It'll be picked up, let's see, about 4. Be 2nd down and 6.
They can't have anybody covering Kevin. Now read it though. Read it though.
All right, let's see what happens here on a 2nd down and 7. Toby Wetzel, the center on the ball club. Here comes Troop trying to spread around the left side over there. Eric with a burst of speed now cuts it upfield, and he is going to be knocked out of bounds down around the 30-some-odd yard line. The field markings here are nearly impossible to see.
Number 21
I complain about it every year, but they don't do anything about it. I guess I have no pull at all. Anyway, he got it down to the 31-yard line where it is 1st and 10 UD. So the Trojan offense really showing a lot of power tonight against these Tigers. Able to run it pretty much, getting some good big yardage almost every play. Send a flanker on the near side. That's Bobby Pham, or rather Robert Liu. Anyway, up the middle with it goes Troop, and Troop to the 25-yard line where he's driven back. Picked up about 5 or 6 on the play. We'll see where they spot the ball. They're going to spot the ball right at the 25. Excellent gain that time for that Adam Arts again. And it's a pickup of 6. It'll be 2nd and 4.
For the Trojans.
And the Trojans really getting some good blocking again tonight from that offensive line. Good line blocking out there. Okay, on a 2nd and 4 from the 25. Handoff this time is Arts again, and Arts right up the middle for the first down, diving inside the 20 to the 17 or 18-yard line.
Adam Arts in the carry.
Another great run that time by that Adam Arts. Picked up about 6 or so, or 7 maybe on the play. It's spotted at the 5, 10, 15, 23-yard line, something like that. 1st and 10, UD. They started this drive on their own 48-yard line. And here comes Troop up the middle with it. He cuts it up, and they knock this one off at about the 20. Gain of maybe a couple on the play.
Number 21, Eric Troop on the carry.
And see, Eric, give him 3. It'll be 2nd down and 7. 72, Matt Miller in there helping to make a hole that time for Eric. Here's a handoff, and Eric Troop again with it. He's dragged down at the 15 or 14-yard line. With a pickup of several yards, it'll bring up a 3rd down and maybe 3 or 4. See where they spot this
Number
one.
21.
It's going to be spotted right about the 15. So it'll be 3rd and about 3.
Gain of 3 yards.
3rd and 4 as Jeff Faust sets him up here. Handoff this time is a Troop. Troop gets a good block out there, cuts it upfield, got a couple of yards. Not enough for the first down, I believe, however. It looks like it's going to be short by a yard or so. It'll be 4th and about 1.
Number 21, Eric Troop.
So now the Tiger defense getting a little bit tougher as the Trojans near the goal line here. And Jeff has the play from the sidelines, and we'll see what we can do on a 4th and 1. This will be a big one now, as there's 38 seconds remaining here in the first quarter. Ball on the Tiger 12. And this time the handoff is going to go to Troop, and I don't know if he made it. It's going to be awful close. I think they might have stacked him up right there. Let me see what kind of a thing they did here. I don't think so. Looks to me like it's going to be
number 21,
Tiger ball. So the Tigers have held here now, and all of a sudden, instead of the Trojans really having things their way, the Tiger defense really tightened up there, and it's going to be 1st and 10 Tigers now, as they have held the Trojans on the 14-yard line. 1st and 10, East Juniata. Maybe time for one play. His clock's down to 3 seconds. 2, 1. Are they going to get it? Yep, they're going to get it off. And the buzzer sounds as the young fellow goes up the middle with it. Drove it out for a couple of yards, and that ended the first period. So at the end of one,
42, Adam Hubbard on the
we
carry.
have an 8-8 tie ball game. And we'll be back here in just a moment with what looks like a pretty darn interesting ball game unfolding here tonight at Dietrich Field here in Mifflintown. Be right back. 2nd and 7 for the Tigers now as we begin the second quarter. 2nd down, 7 from the 17. Quarterback has it, hands it to his second man through here, and he's tackled on a good stop out there. Made by that number 41, Kim Laudenschlager. Gain of about 3. 3rd and about 4. Okay, a big 3rd and 4 coming up here for the Tigers. Pitch over this way. The ball's fumbled, and he's going to have to go down as he slipped on that wet grass.
Pitches to number 22, Kevin
Jessler lost the ball on the pitch and then lost his footing also. So that's going to take the Tigers back, and the Trojans will get the ball back now, as they're going to send back Eric Troop as a single man back here to receive this punt. It's a 4th and 10. Punter will be standing back at about his own 3-yard line when he gets the ball. Now we have timeout called. There's a little bit of confusion here on the Tigers, and they're going to call time.
Time by the Trojans.
Okay, the Tiger timeout is over now, and again, Troop is back to receive this punt from Tressler. See if he gets a good snap off here. Ooh, okay. And the kick coming out here, and Troop might be able to handle this one. He's going to pick it up out here at the 48. He's at the 45, the 40, down to the 35, now at the 30, and inside the 30-yard line. to the
Number 21, Eric Troop on the
20 some odd yard line. Troop getting up a little bit slowly, but I think Eric's going to be okay. He's a little gimpy there after that run, however. Nice run back by Eric of about 20, maybe 25 yards, something like that. It's on the Tiger 27, or it'll be 1st and 10 UD. Big Dan. Kerwin, I think, back in there at a line spot now. Ooh, near fumble on the handoff. There is a fumble, and it's going to be Tiger ball, as the ball never did get handled that time. Eric, or rather Adam Arts, tried to take that one after it was fumbled by Jeff on the snap. Jeff Faust had a little bit of trouble with that one on the snap, and then they tried to hand it off, and that was just a slippery ball deal, and it's going to be turning it over now back to the Tigers, and timeout's going to be called by the official. Official timeout. The ball will be on the 26-yard line when we come back. Okay, 1st and 10 Tigers.
There, you got the numbers. Now they're back off the ball.
And here's the pitch over this way, and got a couple of yards on that one.
Number 20,
Danny Kerwin helps him up after he fell on him out there. That was nice of Dan. And anyway, the ball will be spotted at the 30-yard line. Picked up 4, 2nd and 6. Dan, I think, is the one wearing the uniform of Wirtz. Kevin Wirtz, I think, had that 65 number. But so they put Dan back in the line, got him a lineman's number. 2nd and 6. And this time the opening is over on this side, and he goes right through there. Stopped in there by number 72, Miller, making the stop.
1st down, Tigers.
And it will be enough for the 1st down as he gets it out to the 37-yard line, something like that. 1st and 10 Tigers. 1st and 10 now for the Tigers. Pitches it back over here now and trying to race up the middle and gets a good opening. Runs into Robert Liu and also into Miller out there. But a good run that time. Adam Arts also helping on the stop. Dressler picks up about 6. It'll be 2nd and 4. Sean Round here to the left end, defensive end position for UD. Quarterback has it, dumps it over the middle. It is going to be incomplete this time, as on the defense out there was that Robert Liu.
Pass intended for number 80, Ryan Wynn.
Ryan Wynn almost had that one. He was behind the Trojan defense, but could not catch that ball as Robert Liu was in his face out there. And it'll be 3rd down and about a long 3 or 4. True Peterson into the ball game now to replace Liu for the Trojans in that defensive backfield on a 3rd and 4. Quarterback's going to hand it off over this way, and slicing down right there on a good stop. I think made in there by maybe Kerwin. Yeah, it was.
Carried by number 40,
Danny Kerwin come up there and made the stop on him, as he might have slipped right into Dan's hands. That's going to be a loss of 3, 4th and 7 now. And the game has suddenly gone from an offensive thrill here to a defensive ball game now. Dressler will punt, and timeout's going to be called by, let's see. Trojans call timeout. UD timeout with 7:12 remaining here in the 1st half, and we're all tied up at 8. Okay, following the Trojan timeout now, the Tigers are ready to punt the ball away. Let's watch this snap. That's always exciting in high school. It's low, but he's going to handle it well and gets a nice high kickoff, and it's going to be taken out here by Troop. Troop at the 30, the 35, now up at the 40-yard line. Eric Troop, can he get a block? Nope. He's going to be rolled out over in front of the Trojan bench at about the 48-yard line of the Tigers. So an excellent run that time. But there is a flag out here, and this one's going to be coming back. I believe they're pointing at the Trojans. Flag is laying down here at the 32-yard line. And everybody is backing up. Clipping called against the Trojans, nullifies a good Eric Troop run back that time, and will give the Trojans the football, I believe. Let's see. Let's see where they run this back to, or what they're going to do with it. Official call is Clipping against UD, and it's going to be 1st and 10 now with the ball back at the 18 or 19 yard line. Hard to tell from here. Now they move it back to the 17 yard line where it will be 1st and 10 UD on their own 17. It's got 7:01 left here in the first half. All tied up at 8, and both teams now in a defensive struggle. Trojans will have 83 yards to go for a TD here. Handoff is to Adam Arts, and Adam busted up the middle on a nice run. Drags it out here to the 22 yard line. Picked up about 4 or 5 on the play. Looks like long 4. Call it 2nd down and 6.
5 brings up 6.
2nd down and about 5, we'll call it. Actually, I might have said 6, but here's Eric Troop, and Eric drives ahead maybe for a yard or so. Not too much on that one. Has a good stop made there by number 74 of the Tigers. And stopped Eric after a gain of about 2. It'll be 3rd down and 3.
Gain of about 2 brings up.
Okay, now we're looking at a 3rd down and 3. The Trojans could surely use this one. This time it's going to be Jeff. He's rolling left. Fires one down this way. It is complete to Ronnie Minnick. And Ron will be tackled out of bounds down here in front of the Tiger bench. Nice catch that time by Ron Minnick. Coming up there to make that stop for the Trojans. It's a 1st down. Good job. Ball will be spotted at the 40 or 30.
1st and 10 for the Trojans on
4 yard line.
5 yard line.
All right. Again, it's Troop and Arts in the backfield. Minnick flanked out on the right side, along with Lou. Play going that way? Nope. Yes, it is. And this is going to be Troop, and Troop's got a couple of yards as he bumps and staggers ahead to the 38 yard line, near the 38.
Gain of about 3.
Gain of 3. It'll be 2nd down and 7 now as Eric with a good struggling run that time, getting something out of nothing that time as he was hit almost immediately at the line of scrimmage and then bounced ahead for several more yards. 2nd down and 7. Brian Faust, of course, will gain experience, poise, and all the other stuff he needs out there with every game. Here's a pass down the right side. Incomplete. Thrown over there intended for Robert Lou, and Robert unable to haul that one in. And
pass intended for number 81,
Jeff
Robert
making
Lou,
the pass on the run that time. And got it off pretty well, actually. Couldn't tell just how close it was to Robert, whether he might have had a chance to catch it or not, but pretty decent pass that time from a running young quarterback. This time the Trojans are going to try the right side over here. And there's going to be a handoff up here to Troop. And Troop gets away from one man. Has a couple of guys back here to beat. And then he skips out of bounds back here as Eric Troop with a good run out to the midfield stripe or somewhere near it.
Handoff to number 21.
E.T. making a nice run out of that. Picked up the 1st down for the Trojans at the 49 yard line. 1st and 10 UD. Now the Trojan offense getting it in gear again here. And we'll be looking at it 1st and 10 from their own 49. 4 minutes, 37 seconds. Eric was run out of bounds that time, stopping the clock. They're playing right out here directly in front of us. Get to see just about everybody on this play. Handoff is to the Troop. Troop's got to spin around the outside on the right side. Still on his feet with good balance. Gets it down to the 46 yard line. Picking up about 5 yards on the play, and it'll be 2nd down and 5 now as E.T. took it to the 46. Another nice run by Eric. And plays coming into the ball game from the sideline now. Being brought in that time by Cassidy. Okay, 2nd and 5 from the 46. Coming up here is Troop. Troop's going to try to pick his way up. He gets to the 44 yard line. Gain of about 2. Too much on that one. And it'll be third down. And time called now as Eric is down this time and may have Charlie horse. We'll see. Well, Eric's up and walking off on his own, so I guess he'll be back. He'll be all right. He's got a thigh pull, maybe a hamstring or something. And see who's replacing him in there would be, well, we'll pick him up in a minute. Here's a handoff to Adam Arts. Adam dives down to the 42 or 3 yard line. Be close to the first down.
Handoff to number 32, Adam
We'll see
Arts.
if he's got it. I'm not sure. Nope, fourth down. And about a yard. 4th and 1. Ball on the 42 yard line. And timeout called by UD. Okay, the Trojan timeout is over. And we're looking at a 4th down and a long one, maybe a 4-foot thing, something like that. And we'll see what they do with this one. And I have to get a key block here and race this one up the middle. Whoops, wait a minute. And it's going to be a pass play as Brian rushes over there, dumps it over there, and it's going to be complete to number 41, Kim Laudenschlager, and he's got the first down for UD. A low pass that time, but Kim able to pick it off. So Jeff Faust completes this pass, gets a congratulatory slap from Danny Kerwin, and it's going to be a first down now at the, let's see, gosh, so hard to tell, 33 or 4 yard line, something like that. First and 10 now. Let's see if the Trojans can keep it going. They call it the 33. That's what we'll call it. Uh-oh, fumble on the play, but Jeff alertly falls on it as he tried to make that handoff and just slipped away from him. We'll bring up a second down, and let's see, there was a loss of about 3 or 4 on the play. Looks like second down and 14 now. The ball backed up to the 37 yard line, 2nd and 14. Make it the 38 yard line, 2nd and 14. 2 minutes, 14 seconds remaining here in a tied up first half, 8-8. Trojans looking for their second victory of the season. We're knotted up at 1 win, 1 loss. Playing 500 ball, want to improve on that if we can. But it's not going to be easy tonight. These Tigers are tough. Here's Jeff looking, rolling left over here. He's got plenty of room in front of him. Now he fires one downfield. It is complete to number, let's see, who is that? It's a touchdown complete out there to number 42, and that's James Cassidy, I believe. And Cassidy gets a 43 yard touchdown pass from Brian Faust. And that was great, or from, not Brian Faust, make that Jeff Faust to James Cassidy. So the Trojans take a 14-8 lead now, and they'll be looking at their extra point try coming up. Extra point try coming up now for UD. And Eric Troop back into the ball game for the Trojans for the extra point try. Here's Troop in motion over on the right side. He goes. Faust looking to dump one over that way. Passes it out of bounds over on the far side. Intended for Troop, but way out of bounds as Jeff wasn't even close on that one. But we still have a lead here now. Makes us score 14-8 with 1:51 remaining here in the first half. Trojans getting it set up here for the kickoff following their second score. Ronald Minnick has her teed up at the 40 yard line, getting set to kick off for his second time tonight. And here it goes. Kick is going to be taken right out there at the 20 yard line. He's at the 30 yard line, still on his feet, and now tackled on a good tackle out there, made by that number 40 Ronnie Minnick. The kicker comes up there, makes it, along with Kerwin and Zielinski in on the stop. But Ronnie made the initial contact on him very low, tripped him up at the 35. It'll be 1st and 10, Tigers. Minute and a half remaining here in the first half. Motion going over there on the left side this time. Quarterback looks like he's going to pass one. Jumps over a little screen over here to number 12. And he has a couple of yards as he races down the middle and bounces across the 45 to the 47 yard line. Nice screen set up that time by those Tigers, and they immediately call timeout with the clock down, 1:12 left here in the first half. It'll be Tiger ball at their own 46 yard line, 1st and 10. Okay, with 1:12 remaining here in the half, it's a 1st and 10 for the Tigers. Motion again over on that side. Pass coming down here, slants right into the middle. 81 has it, fumbled the ball, picked up in there by the Trojans. And back with it comes Eric Troop. Troop on his feet and thrown out of bounds down here at the 45-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10, Upper Dauphin, as the man and the Troop again hobbling off this time.
Number 81,
and we've got 1:02 seconds remaining here in the half as the Trojans get the ball back. Troop with a good fumble recovery that time. And UD has it on their own 46-yard line. 1st and 10 now. Clock down to 50 minutes as Jimmy Kerwin checks into the ball game for UD. 45 seconds now left. Kerwin in the backfield. He's replacing Eric Troop. No, he's going to split out a little bit, and they're going to let the single man in the backfield now will be Adam Arts. Everybody split otherwise. And up the middle with it goes Jeff Faust. He's got a couple of yards to the 43. Gain of about 3 or so on the play. And we've clocked down to 18 seconds. So the Trojans may be satisfied just to let it go now, as we're down to 11 seconds and so forth. I think they're going to let it run out here in the first half. So the Trojans will take a 6-point lead in the halftime. It's UD 14 and the Tigers 8. And we'll be back for the second half in just a minute.
Of the first half, it's the Trojans
sort of a good ball game, very good ball game here.
And the Tigers of East
Trojans
Juniata
showing
8.
some offense, and the Tigers showing some offensive moves on their own. So who knows? Should be a good second half.
East Juniata High School would like to thank the following persons.
Well, the co-captains are back for the second half. And tell you the truth, since we arrived here late, I'm not sure who got the kick. I think Upper Dauphin received the opening kickoff. So apparently the Trojans may be kicking off to begin the second half of play. And co-captains out there are number 52. I think that's, well, let me see. Who is 52 for us? 52 is that Jason Bixler. He and Kerwin and Ronnie Minnick, co-captains for the Trojans tonight. EJ indeed will receive the kickoff for the second half, and see if the Trojans can stop him and get back on the board. Now, Trojans leading by 6 at halftime here at 14-8. And they'll try to do better here in the second half.
Jason Hughes.
Okay, Ronnie Minnick has her teed up here now for UD to begin the second half of play. See if Ron can get a good kickoff out of this. And here he goes. Low bounding ball, going to be picked up out there at the 15, the 20, 25-yard line. He's up to the 30 and driven down out there at the 37-yard line. 1st and 10, Tigers on their own. 38, we'll call it. 1st and 10, EJ.
Number 4.
1st and 10, Tigers. Pitch is over this way, trying to sweep that right side. He gets a break up the middle. Tackled finally in there by number 66 of the Trojans, among others. 66 is that Randy Sims.
Gain of about 7.
Randy in there on the stop that time. Picked 7 up, gained 7 on the play, so it's 2nd and 3. Ball right at the 45-yard line. The Trojans got to toughen up that middle of that defensive line now. Kerwin out there playing both defense and offense. Oops, just about jumped offside. Wait a minute. Maybe he did. Dangerous Dan may have been a little overly anxious that time and didn't quite get back that time. And that's going to cost the Trojans 5 and give the Tigers a first down, one would think.
5-yard penalty.
Dan just a little bit anxious that time. He gets tagged for the 5. And it'll be the ball at the 50-yard line now, right in the midfield stripe, slightly on UD's side. And that'll give the Tigers a first down, 1st and 10. Right at midfield.
Boy, look at that, it's right there.
Pitch over this side, it's incomplete. Number 81 needed the catch that time and couldn't quite make it. Falls as incompletion. It'll be 2nd down and 10.
Brings up 2nd down and 10 for the
Trojans
Tigers.
that time had no coverage on him for the moment because he was all alone out there, and the ball just over his fingertips. 2nd and 10. Okay, on a 2nd down and 10. Pitch back over here, and he turns it up the middle here and got some running room. Finally run into by Robert Liu. And Robert comes up and makes a good heavy stop on him out there. Gain of about 4 on the play. It'll bring up a 3rd down and 6.
Number 22.
Nice stop that time by that Robert Liu coming up from his defensive back position. And stopped him after he picked up 4. Okay, on a 4th and 6 from the Trojan 46. Motion goes over on the left side. And the QB looks like he might be firing one over here. No, he set up the screen here, but it's incomplete as he missed. The intended receiver was number 42 out here. Had some blockers out there for him, but he kind of passed it behind him. And that'll bring up a 4th down and 6.
4th down and 6 for the...
Cassidy will drop back to receive this punt from this young Tiger punter. He gets a good snap. And the kick is off, and it's going to be, let's see, allowed to roll, and it's going to go down to the 6 or 7 yard line. Excellent punt that time by that young Tiger. Got a good roll and rolled it all the way down to about the 6 or so. 1st and 10 for the Trojans deep in their own territory.
On the Trojan 6 yard line.
So the Trojans preparing for a 94-yard drive now as the ball is resting on the 6, 1st and 10. Jeff Faust at the quarterback spot, and he'll hand it off to Adam Arts, and Adam with a good burst over that right side, still on his feet, drags it all the way out here for nearly the 1st down as he drug it across the 15 to maybe the 16, 17. Matter of fact, the referee's going to look at it. It is a 1st down. Excellent run that time by that Adam Arts. Oh, double A out there with a fine run. Picked up about 11 or 12. 11, they say. 1st and 10 now. The ball at the 17-yard line. Good drive that time, man. And driving in there behind probably this time the handoff again, and not too much yardage on this one as number 42 out there grabbed a hold of him and would not let him go. And so Adam didn't have so much success that time. Matter of fact, no gain on the play. So it could be 2nd down and 10. Danny Kerwin, Matt Miller, and Bobby Savage out there opening some holes up in the middle of that UD line. Here's a handoff. This time it's going to be Arts again, I believe it was. Putting his head down that time and driving for, no, it wasn't. It was, let's see, that wasn't Adam. That was, I think, probably Jim Kerwin.
Gain of 2 on the play.
Yeah, it was. Kerwin ran at that time. Picked up 2. It'll be 3rd and 8 now. The Trojans need a big one here. And we'll see what Jeff Faust comes up with.
17-yard line.
Ball is now at the just about the 18 or 19-yard line. And Faust sends 2 flankers out wide on the near side of the field, but we'll see if Jeff's going to fire one. Yep. No. Sorry, faked me out. Darn it. Anyway, not enough gain on that play as Adam Arts drove it out to the area of the 21-yard line, something like that.
Gain of 3.
It'll bring up a 4th and 5, so the Trojans will have to punt that ball away. And coming in there to do just that, I believe, would be Zielinski. Yeah, Anthony Zielinski. We'll see if he can get a good punt out of there now and get the Trojans some better field position. See what kind of a snap we get. Ooh, excellent snap. Kick, nice kick. Taken out here at the 46-yard line. Still on his feet and dragged down out here with a good stop as number 74, Bobby Savage, comes up and makes a stop on him. And it'll be first and 10 for the Tigers on their own, on the Upper Dauphin 43-yard line. First and 10 Tigers. First and 10 Tigers on their own, on the Trojan 43. 42 has it and gets a couple down to the 40-yard line. Gain of about 3. Second down and 7. Cassidy, among others, in there on that stop for
Gain of 3 on the play brings up second
ball
down.
right now resting at the 40-yard line. Second and 7. Oops, little motion on the left tackle that time. And that one will probably cost the Tigers 5, one would imagine. And they're going to talk to UD, and it should be against the Tigers. And that would bring up a second down and about 11 or 12. See where they spot it.
Illegal procedure against the Tigers.
All right. The Trojans could use that one.
Brings up second down.
Second and 12. Okay, on a second and 12 now. See if the quarterback's going to pass this one or what. Motion is 80 over on the left side. Quarterback right over the middle. He dumps it. It is complete. Number 40 has it, and he is going to be knocked down here at the 28-yard line. Tim Dressler slicing right in there off his end position, I guess he was. And a nice pass by the quarterback. Has a first down for the Tigers at the 29-yard line. First and 10, Tigers. First and 10 from the 29 for the Tigers. Quarterback gives it to number 42, or what? Oh, he faked me out there. This is going to be number 40 again with the football. And this time he gets maybe a yard. And he's going to be injured as he's shaken up on that play. Dressler shaken up a little bit. And timeout called as he's shaken up on the play. It'll be second and 10 when we come back. Inside of 4.5 minutes remaining here in the third quarter now as they go to work on a second down and 10. Pitches over here to 24. He goes right up the middle. He's got a lot of running room and gets it all the way down inside the 20 to about the 19, something like that. It's close to the first down, but I don't believe he made it. No, not quite. It's going to bring up a third down and timeout. They're liable to measure this one. Yep, they're going to measure it because it is close. It's going to be third and short or a first down, depending on the measurement here. And we'll see. 4:10 left here in the third. Looks like it's short by a foot or so. Yep. And so it'll be a
gain of 9 on the play.
Third down coming up in about a foot. Clock is set in motion as the Tigers are looking at a third down in about a foot. And we'll see what they elect to do with this one. They're going to look for the first down, that's for sure. And it's going to be, well, I don't know now. Looked like you didn't get much out of that. I'm not sure. The Tigers, or the Trojans, stacked them up pretty quickly. It'll be fourth down. Not enough on that one. Fourth down and less than a yard. Good stop that time by that Trojan defense. Right in there by that center of that Trojan line. Good job. Well, that UDA defense could really use a big one now. It's a fourth down and about 2 feet for a first down. Motion goes 80 over on the left side. Quarterback looking, dumps it right over the middle. It is complete to that number 40, and he's down. And let's see, the ball comes loose. The ball is still loose. Who has it? Touchdown. The Tigers have recovered the fumble in the end zone, and it is a touchdown. As he fumbled it in the end zone, and a couple of Trojans out there trying to grab it, but nothing doing, so the Tigers are on the board here now. It's a 14-14 ball game as the Tigers have tied it up once again.
Hey.
Number 40 is really getting loose in that Trojan secondary, no doubt about that. He is all alone out there whenever that pass play comes about. And we're tied at 14-14 with 3:16 remaining here in the third quarter. And they will go for that big extra point try. Trojans were unsuccessful last time. And we'll see now. They look as though they're going to kick it. I don't know, this could be a fake. I don't know about this play here. Well, we'll see. Good snap, placement stop. Kick is up. The kick is Good. All right, and it's a 14-15 ball game now as the extra point is good. 15 for the homers. That's the EJ Tigers. 14 for UD. 3:16 remaining here in the third quarter. Plenty of time. And Kerwin has a kicking tee or something. Yeah, he's going to give it back to the official here now. So the Trojans will get a chance to go on the offense here and regain that lead. We'll be right back. Jimmy Kerwin and Anthony Zielinski back to receive this kickoff for the Trojans. As the Tigers have it teed up now, and the Trojans have got to play a little bit of catch-up again. They trail by one, 15-14 here in the third period. And let's see what happens. Here comes the kick. It's got to go over on Zielinski's side, but taken by a shorter man up here now. He's going to have to hang on to it. This is at Ronnie Minnick. And Ron drives it out to the 35, or they get the 35-yard line. They'll spot it at the 37. It'll be 1st and 10 for UD at their own 37-yard line. Okay, 1st and 10 from the Trojan 36, they say. Faust going back, getting a big rush, getting a lot of pressure now, and he's going to be thrown out of bounds over there on the sideline as the Trojans were covered. I assume they were. And he was unable to get that pass off.
Number 12.
And he's dropped back for about a 10-yard loss. It'll be 2nd down and about 20. A mist forming here at the ballpark now. Just a,
Loss of 11
not exactly a rain.
2nd down and 21.
Kind of a light, very light mist. 2nd down, 21 now, looking at the Tigers, or at the Trojans. Back to pass goes Faust. Now he's going to run over here as he's getting a big rush again. Passes one downfield here. It's incomplete. Intended out here for Kim Laudenschlager, but nothing doing on that one. Overthrown. It'll be 3rd and 21. Trojans should not panic now as they can try to establish some kind of a running game maybe against these Tigers. They were pretty successful at it earlier. But with 2 minutes, 36 seconds remaining here in the third, we tried a couple of pass plays that were been unsuccessful. So see what happens here on a 3rd and 21. Trojans miss that Eric Troop in there. Troop had been running the ball a lot during the first half, but he went off with a foot or ankle injury, something, and hasn't been back. Here comes Faust again, rolling over here to the left. Now he's going to tuck it. Now he has to tuck it, and he is going to be tackled out here short of the 1st down by a couple of yards. He got it, well, no, by more than a couple. I forgot that we had been penalized. Let's see. He got it out to the 35-yard line, but it'll bring up a 4th down and about 11 or so, and the Trojans will punt the ball away.
Anthony Zielinski.
Zielinski back to punt for UD. Ooh, gets a high snap. But he'll get this kick away, and it's going to come down here and be taken at the 43, and he is immediately dragged down on a good tackle there by that 42 Cassidy and number 66 in there Sims. So the ball will be spotted at the 43-yard line. Will be 1st and 10 for the Tigers on their own 43. Trojan defense now has definitely got to dig in here now. Quit dropping off so far on that 40 on that pass play. Drew Peterson will come into the ball game. He'll see if he can stop that passing nonsense out here. Come on, Drew. And we've got a 1st and 10 Tigers. .42 has the ball, and he is going to be stopped after a gain of maybe a yard or so.
Number 22, Kevin Dressler on the carry.
Dressler stopped in there by any number of Trojans. And Ronnie Minnick getting off the bottom of that pile.
Brings up 2nd down and 8.
2nd and 8 now for the Tigers. 2nd and 8. Motion over there goes that number 80. And the QB hands it off and trying to go up the middle with it, but hung on to by that Dan Kerwin that time is that Tiger. Kerwin got a big paw on him there and slowed him down to a halt. Or was that, maybe it wasn't. No, I beg your pardon. That wasn't necessarily Dan. I think that was that number 52, Jason Bixler on that one. Kind of 15 seconds remaining here in the third now, and that's probably going to do it for the third quarter. as the Tigers in no hurry to huddle up the ball. And so we're going to have a score at the end of 3. The Trojans trailing by 1, 15-14. EJ on top by 1.
Thanks to Trojans.
Personal foul on the last play, and I didn't have the camera on. I don't know what happened there, but anyway, it's going to be a 15-yard penalty and a first down for the Tigers. So that doesn't bode well for UD. The ball's going to be spotted all the way down at the, let's see, looks like the Upper Dauphin 37-yard line, where it'll be, 36-yard line maybe. First and 10 Tigers. Okay, first and 10 from the 36-yard line of Upper Dauphin now. And we're going to have an offsides called this time against the Trojans. So the Trojans kind of coming unglued here a little bit. It'll be first and 5. First and 5 for the Tigers from the Trojan 31. As the Trojans dig themselves even a little deeper hole here. We're in the 4th period. 11 minutes and 20 seconds remaining. But here's that 22. He's going to try to cut it up the middle. He gets a couple yards out of that. And takes it down there to the
number 22, Kevin Dressler,
29-yard line. It'll be second down and 3. Second and 3. Handoff to number 22. He's got the 3 yards as he dives down inside the 25 to about the 23-yard line. First and 10, Tigers. Ball's on the Trojan 24. First and 10. Quarterback hands it off, and good tackle that time made by that Trojan who come right in there and grabbed him immediately. That's at 34, Jim Kerwin. Excellent defensive play by Jim that time. Lost about 3. It'll be second down and 13. Good play that time by that Jimmy Kerwin. Second down 13 for the Tigers. Ball at the 27-yard line now of UDA. Hand up this to 22. He's got a couple of yards as he dives down to the 22-yard line, something like that. That'll bring up a third down play. Coming up here now.
Gain of 5 on the play.
Picked up 4. It'll be third and along 8 or maybe 9. So where the Trojans have got to hold them here now. Got just under 9 minutes remaining here in the ball game. Big third and 8 or 9 for the Tigers. Back to pass he goes, looking, sets up a screen over this way, and he's missed by one would-be tackler. And now, though he cannot get away from number 65, Danny Kerwin, who comes up there and makes the stop on him. Loss on the play. Back to the 32-yard line. Bring up a fourth down and about 18. Good play that time by Daniel. A good stop on him. 4th and 17 now, and the Tigers will call timeout, see what they're going to do here. Be right back. Okay, the Tigers have elected to go for it here. And we'll see what they do on this 4th down play. Motion goes 80. Quarterback flips it over that way. It's nearly tipped off and almost picked off by Kim Laudenschlager. The ball was tipped in there maybe by Kerwin, I'm not sure. Anyway, the Trojans will take over. 1st and 10 on their own 30. Where is it? Right on the 30-yard line, I guess. Yeah, 1st and 10, UD on their own 30-yard line. We have 7 minutes and 56 seconds to play here in the ballgame. So time for one good drive here. Trojans can push one in here. We can go home with victory tonight. As Jeff Faust picks them up on a 1st and 10. And let's see, a pass. They set up a screen over there to Arts, and Arts has the football, gets away from one tackler, gets away from 2 tacklers. It goes all the way down to the 47-yard line, where he's driven out of bounds over there. Adam Arts with a good run that time as he was able to shake off a couple of tacklers. And UD has the ball, 1st and 10 on their own 48-yard line. Good, nice play that time by Adam Arts, and they really set up that screen nice as Jeff Faust went deep, faded back, got a lot of attention back there, and then dumped it off to Adam, and he was able to break a couple of tackles and get some very good yardage out of that. All right. All right, we're going to see what we're going to do now. Faust is giving them some last second instructions here on this 1st and 10. Handoff is to Arts, and Arts drives ahead with a lot of force across the midfield stripe to the 47-yard line of the Tigers. Gain of about 5 on the play. It'll be 2nd down and 5. Good run again there by that Adam Arts. Inside of 7 minutes to play, less than 7 minutes remaining in the ball game. Power I formation this time, and Faust is going to run right here and look for someone to pass it to. Getting a big rush, dumps it off over here. It is complete to Kim Laudenschlager. Not much gain on the play, however, as he maybe got no gain. Hard to tell. Not much on that one. Maybe a yard to the 46-yard line. It'll be 3rd down and 4. So UD needs a big one here. Just under 6 minutes to play now, as the Trojans are looking at a big 3rd down and 4. Well, we surely need this one. And he passes one over the far side. It's incomplete. Over the fingertips and out of the hands of Ronnie Minnick. And Ron would have liked to have caught that one, but goes at incompletion. Will bring up a 4th down and 4 now. So the Trojans very definitely at a crucial point in this ball game. Has stopped the clock with 5 minutes and 46 seconds remaining. And UD desperately needing a 1st down to continue this drive now. Hard to say what we will do with this one. On a 4th and 6, there is a very, very light mist covering the field and everyone here. And let's see now what we're going to do with this one. Quarterback's going to roll left with it. Looking, firing one downfield, got a man out there. It's complete to Kim Laudenschlager. Laudenschlager might go in for a touchdown. He does. Kim Laudenschlager in for a touchdown. There are no flags on the field. And that was a 46-yard touchdown pass on a 4th down and 4. Great job by the Trojans there. Kim Laudenschlager from Jeff Faust, and no flags. The Trojans lead 20 to 15, and the extra point try coming up. A timeout called by Upper Dauphin.
Timeout, Trojans.
Okay, another big extra point try coming up for UDA when they'll try to. Faust back to pass, looking, dumping one over there. Man out there complete to Ronnie Minnick. No one near Ron Minnick that time. And UDA takes a 22-15 lead. Now they lead by 7.
Pass complete to number 40, Ronald
It'll say
Minnick.
22 in a second here, I think. Anyway, 22-15 is the score. Here we go. 1, 2. Thank you. 22-15, UDA up by 7 with 5 minutes and 30 seconds remaining in the ball game. Ronnie Minnick will tee it up for UD now, following their touchdown. And we'll see if Ron can get a good one off here. We're going to need a good deep one and trap them down there now, because there are 5.5 minutes left in the ball game, and that's a long time for the Tigers to work with. So here's the kick, a ground ball bouncing around out here, picked up by a short man, number 22. And oh, is he popped. Out there's Ronnie Minnick. The kicker comes up and makes one heck of a stop on him. And a good job that time on the stop by Ron. The ball is at the 39-yard line, where it'll be 1st and 10 for the Tigers. We'll keep one eye on the clock now as the Tigers take over with that football. They trail by 7. And we'll see if the Trojans can get a good defensive stand here now and put these guys away. 1st and 10, Tigers. Motion coming over this way. And the quarterback goes back to throw one. Passes it over here. It is complete to number 40 at the 46-yard line. Gain of about 7. It'll be a 2nd down and 3. Covering out there, Kim Laudenschlager for UD. What UD wants to do here, if they can, is pick one of these off. Motion again to that 4-0. Quarterback hands it off and picking his way for the 1st down. Down to the Trojan 48-yard line goes number 24, Hughes. And he's got a 1st down for those Tigers. That'll be at the 49-yard line of Upper Dauphin. So the Tigers are mounting another threat here. 4 minutes, 15 seconds remaining. 1st and 10 from the 49 of UDA. Quarterback pitches it back here and going up the middle for a good yardage is that number 24, and he may go all the way. As a matter of fact, he has Bobby Lou. It's going to be all the way a touchdown, a 49-yard touchdown run for the Tigers. And there's no flags on this play as he left a couple of Trojans out here in his wake. Ronnie Minnick and Danny Kerwin left out here, and that's going to give the Trojans a scant 1-point margin. Now it is 22-21 over Dauphin, and the Tigers with an all-important extra point try coming up. Wow. One heck of an exciting football game here this evening, I'll tell you that. Been pretty much nip and tuck all night, and these Tigers will not give up, and they're looking to perhaps get that extra point and take the lead. We've got 3 minutes and 57 seconds left in the game as the Tigers scored in about a minute and a half. Matter of fact, a minute and 33 seconds consumed on that drive with that big 49-yard pass play, or run there. Taking it all the way. So Trojan defense going to have to really dig in now. Coach Klauser out here. Yeah, I think he's a little uncertain of this defense tonight. So we'll see what they do. This would be the game time now as far as the Tigers are concerned, because they will give the ball back to the Trojans if we can stop this extra point try. And here it comes. This is the big one. The big one, just like Penn State last week. And it's a win or lose situation perhaps here for the Tigers. Looking over the middle. It is complete for the 2-point conversion. And that gives the Tigers the extra point. And it's 23-22. The Tigers up by 1. What do you know about that?
Now play defense.
23-22. The hometown East Juniata Tigers by 1 over the Upper Dauphin Trojans. The Trojans will have nearly 4 minutes to work with it here and see if they can come back and get a score. So let's get it up, fellas. A lot of time, enough for a couple of good plays here. Let's go. Well, the Tigers took a minute and a half to get their touchdown. Maybe we can come back and return the favor now. We've got 3:57 to work with, and here comes the kick. It's going to be a low kick, and let's see. It's going to be picked up out here by Adam Arts. Adam up the middle with it, and he's tackled out here at the 33-yard line, something like that. So it'll be 1st and 10 for Upper Dauphin as the Trojans with their last gasp here on the offense. 3 minutes, 49 seconds, and the clock will be put into motion as soon as they get the chains set. And now their clock is put into motion, and UD will see what we can do with it. Appearing no apparent real hurry out there. And let's see. 1st and 10. Quarterback goes back to pass. He's getting a big rush, and he's going to be smothered back here as Jeff Faust unable to do much with that one, and that'll be down at the 5, 10, 15, 20, 22-yard line. A big rush that time put on Jeff, and he was unable to get out of there, and it's going to be a large loss. And timeout called by the Trojans. They take their first timeout of the half.
Timeout, Trojans.
So we're going to have to think about that one.
Trojans on their own.
Okay, now it's a 2nd and 20 now. The ball back at the 24-yard line as timeout is over. And this time it's going to be Faust rolling left. He's getting a big rush, and he is going to be sacked again as he's unable to get that pass off. And so that'll bring up a 3rd down and long. And Trojans going in reverse here now as the Tigers are fired up following that last touchdown. And they're really playing some defense now, and timeout's going to be called once again by UD. They will spend their perhaps 3rd or final timeout, hard to tell. Anyway, timeout UDA. Okay, 3rd down and a ton as the Trojans set it up here. And back to pass goes the QB. He's fired one down the field here, and let's see. It's going to be nearly intercepted out here by number 24, just about picked that off for the Tigers. Oh, to bring up a fourth down. And the Trojans definitely with their back to the wall now, as James Cassidy was the intended receiver that time, but ball slightly underthrown. The ball's got to be wet and slippery now, and it'll bring up a big fourth down for UD. With 2:41 left here in the ball game. Trojans looking at ending their one-game winning streak here tonight if they don't come up with something very, very big on this play. It's one of these send everybody out because it's fourth down and a ton. Dropping straight back this time. The pass goes Faust. Now he's racing around and he's going to be thrown down. Incomplete it goes, and the ball will be placed first and 10 for the Tigers, and that just about has done it for UD, as there's 2.5 minutes remaining now, and the Tigers will have the ball at the Trojan, let's see, 5, 10, 15, about the 17-yard line, something like that. First and 10, EJ. First and 10. And hold everything. Time called, a flag on the play.
That's all right. That's all right. That used second.
And
penalty on the play.
They take the penalty.
Let's see, probably against the Tigers, I guess. Let's say it's going to be a dead ball, illegal procedure against the Tigers, and they'll bring up a second down, I guess. Let's see, are they going to refuse that one or what? We need the downs more than the yards, so we're going to look at a first and 15, though. All right, first and 15. 2:27 remaining on a first and 15. You know, this time is a 42, and he's got some running room as he gets down to the 15-yard line. And it will be a gain of about 10 or so on the play. Well, make it 7. The second and 8. Second down and 8. The ball under, the clock down to 1 minute and 45 seconds and running. Trojans, I don't believe Trojans have any time out. Time called. And that'll march them back 5. Stop the clock with minute 39 left. Second and 14 for the Tigers now, as the clock will be put in motion with the snap of the ball. And this time it's at 24, and he doesn't get much, but the time will march on down here now. We're down to 1.5 minutes and the clock running. Third down coming up. Third down and 14, less than a minute to play. Quarterback hands it off, going up the middle is that number 42, and he gets it all the way down there to about the 5, and gosh, it's going to be short of the first down and bring up a fourth down play, but the Tigers in no hurry now as the clock is down to 41 seconds and moving, so UD probably will lose this one by 1 point. A 23-22 ball game. 1/2 a minute remaining in the game now. And the Tigers taking their good old time getting this one set. Fourth down and 2 or so. And if they're successful on this play, it may be more than a 1-point margin. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, everybody moving in here. And we'll see how they call this one. Possibly the last play of the ball game. 13 seconds remaining and a fourth down and 8 for the Tigers. And we'll see what they do with this one. Let's see, 42 tripped up. And time will stop with just 7 seconds left. So that's going to give the Trojans the ball with just 7 seconds remaining. The ball at the 9-yard line, or 10, somewhere around there. First and 10. Well, that did it. They put the ball in play, and the final score now is EJ 23 and the Upper Dauphin Trojans 22. One heck of a tough ball game, and a good ball game for the Tigers, and a tough one for the Trojans now as they drop this one by 1. The 1-point differential coming when UD could not get the extra point following the second touchdown of the ball game, I believe it was. So Coach Hain congratulating the EJ coaches out here, and you know, it's a good ball game, tough ball game, and UDA coming up short by 1. I'll catch you next week when the Trojans will take on the Halifax Wildcats at Halifax. Trojans now go to 1-2 on the season, and I think the Tigers may have a 2-1 record now. So congratulations to the Tigers, and for the Trojans, hey, let's knuckle down now and see if we can beat up on these Halifax Wildcats. It's been an interesting football game, to say the least, with a 1-point margin, and so we hope that you have enjoyed it, not as much as had we won, but it was a pretty interesting ball game at any rate, and the Trojans are hanging in there now under certain pressures with the new quarterback in there and so forth, but I think we're going to be doing all right. Okay, we'll catch you later. Good night from Dietrich Field here at East Juniata.